Good day. This is meteorologist John DeFleury on the daytime watch at the Fleetweather Ocean Ratting Center in New York. Today is Thursday, February 9th at around 17 GMT, and welcome to the latest Fleet Weather Connection, where today we'll be focusing on tropical weather across the South Indian Ocean. Starting off with a broad overview of the South Indian, there's currently two tropical systems that we've been monitoring. A bit further to the west, we have Tropical Cyclone 13S, or Dagani, and then a little bit further to the east, just off northwest Australia, we have Tropical Cyclone 11S, or Freddie. And I will start off with looking a bit closer at Tropical Cyclone Dingani. Here's a satellite image of the system. We can see that the system is overall fairly asymmetrical, with a lot of the convection being pushed off to the south and west side of the system center, with a bit of the low-level center being exposed on that north and eastern side of the system. Dingani is currently in a moderately favorable environment for further development, with moderate amounts of wind shear over the system and warm sea surface temperatures, which could allow for some gradual development over the coming days. Here's the official track for the system from La Reunion. The system is expected to generally move to the west or west-northwest through about 48 hours before making a bit more of a turn to the southwest on the longer range. Taking a look at ensembles for this system, so we have the European ensemble here on the left, with the GFS ensembles on the right. And at least through the shorter term, both ensembles are in pretty close agreement with that track, moving off to the west-northwest. Then it's in the longer range that we have some differences between the two, with the GFS having a bit more of a noticeable turn to the southwest, while the Euro meanders more on a generally westward heading into the longer range. So definitely something to closely monitor moving forward with these systems. So next we can take a closer look at Tropical Cyclone Freddie, or 11S. On latest satellite, we can see that this system's a bit more organized looking and symmetrical in presentation. The system currently expected to generally move to the west, where again some moderately to mostly favorable environmental conditions, neutral amounts of wind shear, which could be decreasing over the coming days, in addition to warm sea surface temperatures, could definitely allow for some further development of this system. Here's the official track from the Australian Bureau of Meteorology, again with the generally westward heading over the coming days. It's expected to at least maintain intensity as it does so. Moving over to the ensembles, we do have the GFS here on the left, with the European ensemble on the right. With the track overall, fairly similar with that westward heading, but there is a pretty noticeable difference in intensity between the two, with the GFS being quite a bit stronger overall than the Euro, which mainly comes down to the GFS really predicting those wind shear values to decrease. So that'll be something that we will definitely be closely monitoring in regards to this system in the coming days. Now just taking a look at both of the systems on the GFS, just to see how they progress over the coming days. We'll overlay the latest forecast track from JTWC over them as we move forward. And through the short range, we can definitely see that both systems pretty closely track that forecast track from JTWC as expected, with some pretty good model agreement in the shorter term. And then the longer range, still continue to mostly follow it, with Dingani deviating a little bit more in the longer range than Freddie, which was expected overall just due to the higher confidence the models had in Freddie. The biggest difference though, if we were to switch over to the Euro, Freddie would likely be quite a bit weaker at the current time. This is at 14.0Z than showing on the GFS. Um, so moving forward, all those differences will definitely be something that we at Fleetweather will closely be monitoring. And that will conclude today's weather on South Indian tropics. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on LinkedIn to receive all the latest weather and routing news. Once again, this is meteorologist John DeFleury from the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center. Stay connected and safe.